Karen Carpenter's life was marked by a profound struggle that belied her public persona. Despite her success as a member of the Carpenters, she battled anorexia, an illness that was not well understood at the time. This relentless fight against her own body was compounded by the pressures of fame and the expectations of an image-driven society. As she navigated the complexities of her relationships, particularly with her family, feelings of isolation and inadequacy deepened. The toll of her illness became increasingly evident, leading to a tragic outcome that shocked the world. When her estranged mother found her lifeless, it underscored the painful reality of their fractured relationship and the devastating impact of mental health struggles. This moment not only marked the end of Karen's life, but also highlighted the urgent need for awareness and understanding of eating disorders. Her legacy, while tinged with sorrow, continues to resonate, reminding us of the brilliance that was overshadowed by her personal battles. Karen Carpenter was born on March 2, 1950, in New Haven, Connecticut, to Harold and Agnes Carpenter. Her father had an international upbringing in China and England, which shaped his perspective on life and family. In contrast, her mother adhered to traditional family roles typical of the mid-20th century, focusing on homemaking and nurturing her children. Growing up, Karen was not alone. She had an older brother, Richard, whose musical talents were evident from a young age. Richard's abilities often placed him in the spotlight, and their mother Agnes openly favored him, which created a complex dynamic within the family. While Richard received much of the attention, Karen found solace in her love for dancing and music. This passion would eventually lead her to carve her own path to stardom. Despite the seemingly supportive environment, Karen faced emotional challenges stemming from the unequal attention she received and a disconnect with her mother. These experiences would shape her journey in ways that would resonate throughout her life and career. The Carpenter family made a significant decision when they relocated to Downey, Los Angeles, when Karen was just 13 years old. This move was largely influenced by Harold's job opportunity and a strong desire to support Richard's growing musical career. The transition to Los Angeles opened up a world of possibilities for Karen, exposing her to new experiences that would play a crucial role in shaping her future. During her teenage years, she began to explore her passion for music and dance more deeply. She took ballet and tap lessons, which helped her develop her natural rhythm and fostered a love for performance that would later define her career. Although she initially found herself in the shadow of her brother's accomplishments, Karen's unique talents began to emerge. As she honed her skills, she started to redefine her role within the family and their musical aspirations, paving the way for her own success in the music industry. The move to Los Angeles was not just a change of scenery, it was a turning point that set the stage for Karen Carpenter's remarkable journey in the world of music. During her school years, Karen Carpenter's journey into music began when she joined the school band. Initially, she was given a glockenspiel, but she felt little connection to this instrument. Inspired by drumming icons like Ringo Starr, she soon set her sights on the drums. With the encouragement of a close friend, Frankie Chavez, Karen convinced her parents to buy her a drum set, which was quite rare for girls at that time. This decision marked a significant turning point in her life. She quickly mastered complex rhythms with effortless skill, showcasing her natural talent and dedication to percussion. Her passion for drumming led her to form her first band with high school friends, where she began to explore her musical abilities further. Eventually, she joined forces with her brother, Richard, in the Dick Carpenter Trio. This group laid the foundation for their professional music careers, allowing them to develop their unique sound and style that would later captivate audiences around the world. During an audition arranged by bassist Joe Osborne, Karen's extraordinary vocal talent was discovered somewhat serendipitously. Initially, she was focused on playing the drums, showcasing her skills behind the kit. However, when she began to sing, her voice captivated everyone present. Osborne, impressed by her singing, recognized her potential and signed her to his label. This pivotal moment marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life, as Karen transitioned from being a skilled drummer to taking on the role of lead vocalist. Her ability to deliver heartfelt performances, combined with her distinctive and warm tone, added a new dimension to the Carpenters' music. The synergy between Richard's compositional skills and Karen's unmatched voice set them apart in the music industry. Their collaboration created a unique sound that resonated with audiences, allowing them to carve out a significant place in the hearts of music lovers everywhere. The transformation from drummer to vocalist not only changed Karen's career, but also shaped the musical landscape of the time. The Carpenters' rise to fame was meteoric, marked by a series of chart-topping hits like We've Only Just Begun, Yesterday Once More, and Top of the World. Their music, characterized by lush harmonies and heartfelt lyrics, resonated deeply with audiences. Karen's voice, often described as angelic, became synonymous with their success, while Richard's arrangements showcased their shared musical genius. The duo's ability to blend pop and soft rock elements created a sound that was both accessible and emotionally rich. Despite their wholesome image, their music subtly addressed universal themes of love, hope, and longing, which contributed to their timeless appeal. Songs like Close to You and Rainy Days and Mondays captured the complexities of human emotions, allowing listeners to connect on a personal level. However, Karen's preference for remaining behind the drums was challenged as her visibility as the band's lead vocalist grew. This shift not only highlighted her extraordinary talent, but also transformed her into a beloved figure in the music industry. The combination of their musical prowess and relatable lyrics solidified the Carpenters' place in pop history, making them icons of their era. Karen Carpenter's struggles with self-image were deeply rooted in societal expectations and personal insecurities. From her teenage years, she became preoccupied with her appearance, adhering to strict diets to maintain a slender figure. This insecurity was exacerbated by the pressures of fame and the public scrutiny of her physical appearance. Despite the accolades and adoration, Karen's internal battles intensified after seeing an unflattering photograph of herself, which triggered an obsession with weight loss. Her journey into extreme dieting, over-exercising, and later the use of dangerous methods like laxatives and thyroid medication highlighted the devastating effects of anorexia nervosa. The constant comparison to other artists and the relentless demands of the music industry only fueled her desire to conform to an ideal that seemed unattainable. As her weight fluctuated, so did her mental health, leading to a cycle of despair that overshadowed her remarkable talent. The toll of these struggles was profound, affecting not only her career but also her relationships and overall well-being. The tragic outcome of her battle with anorexia serves as a poignant reminder of the dangers of societal pressures on self-image. Karen's personal life was fraught with challenges that mirrored her struggles with self-worth. Her marriage to real estate agent Thomas James Burris, though initially promising, quickly turned toxic due to financial exploitation and emotional neglect. Burris's revelation that he had undergone a vasectomy, preventing Karen from fulfilling her dream of motherhood, was a devastating blow. This news shattered her hopes and dreams, leaving her feeling trapped and unfulfilled. Despite these challenges, Karen remained hopeful, seeking stability and love in a world that often felt chaotic. Her resilience, however, was often undermined by those closest to her, including her mother, whose lack of emotional support further alienated Karen during pivotal moments in her life. The absence of nurturing relationships made it difficult for her to cope with the pressures of fame and personal disappointment. As she navigated her troubled marriage and the complexities of her family dynamics, Karen's longing for acceptance and understanding became increasingly poignant, highlighting the deep emotional struggles she faced. However, Karen Carpenter's attempt to establish a solo career was a bold yet fraught endeavor that ultimately led to a series of challenges and setbacks. Collaborating with esteemed producer Phil Ramone, Karen recorded songs that showcased a more mature, contemporary sound, a significant departure from the soft rock style that had become synonymous with the Carpenters. This new direction was a deliberate attempt to break free from the constraints of her established image and explore a more individualistic approach to music. The shift away from her established style, however, faced criticism from her family, particularly Richard, whose disapproval dealt a crushing blow to Karen's confidence. Richard, who had been instrumental in shaping the Carpenters' sound, was reportedly unhappy with the new direction Karen was taking, and his disapproval was a significant factor in her decision to shelve the solo album. The tension between Karen and Richard was palpable, and the disagreement over her solo career highlighted the creative constraints and familial expectations that had long shaped her career. Karen's struggle to carve out an individual identity beyond the Carpenters brand was a long-standing issue, and her solo career was an attempt to assert her independence and establish herself as a solo artist. However, the pressure to conform to the Carpenters' image and the fear of alienating their fan base proved to be a significant obstacle. The shelving of her solo album was a devastating blow to Karen, who had invested a great deal of time and energy into the project. The experience left Karen disillusioned and uncertain about her future in the music industry. The failure of her solo career was a significant setback, and it would take her several years to regain her confidence and find a new sense of purpose. Despite the challenges she faced, Karen remained committed to her music, and her legacy as a talented singer and songwriter continues to endure. The chapter in Karen's life that was marked by her attempt to establish a solo career was a complex and tumultuous one, filled with creative struggles and personal conflicts. It was a period of great uncertainty and self-doubt, but it also marked a turning point in her career, one that would ultimately shape her future and inform her music in profound ways. As Karen Carpenter's health rapidly deteriorated, her battle with anorexia nervosa intensified, leading to alarming changes in her physical appearance. By the mid-1970s, her weight had dropped significantly, raising concerns among fans and industry insiders who admired her talent. Despite her success, Karen struggled deeply with her self-image and the pressures of fame. To conceal her condition, she often wore multiple layers of clothing, a clear indication of her denial and the stigma surrounding eating disorders during that era. This behavior highlighted the challenges she faced in acknowledging her illness. Although she made occasional attempts to seek help, her reliance on harmful habits, such as laxatives and extreme calorie restriction, continued to take a toll on her body. The combination of her physical decline and the emotional strain of her relentless touring schedule painted a harrowing picture of her struggles, leaving those close to her worried about her well-being. The pressures of the music industry and her personal battles created a complex and tragic narrative that many found difficult to understand. In a last-ditch effort to address Karen's health, her therapist organized a family therapy session, hoping to foster understanding and support. The session aimed to create a safe space for open dialogue, but it quickly revealed deep-seated familial dysfunction. Karen's relationship with her mother, Agnes, was particularly strained. Agnes often dismissed the severity of Karen's condition, which left Karen feeling isolated and misunderstood. During the session, Karen expressed her heartfelt apologies, hoping to bridge the emotional gap between them. However, her mother's cold response only highlighted the lack of emotional warmth in their relationship. This moment was telling, as it underscored the challenges Karen faced, not only with her health, but also within her family dynamics. The inability of her family to engage in meaningful introspection exacerbated Karen's struggles. The session illustrated how difficult it can be to address mental health issues when the family is resistant to acknowledging their own roles in the situation. The emotional distance between Karen and Agnes became a barrier to healing, making it clear that without mutual understanding and support, progress would be difficult. The complexities of their relationship added layers to Karen's challenges, emphasizing the importance of a nurturing environment in the journey toward recovery. In late 1982, Karen Carpenter experienced a brief period of recovery after being hospitalized due to severe dehydration. During her time in the hospital, she received intravenous feeding and structured care, which helped her regain some weight. This improvement brought a sense of optimism about her future. Friends and family noticed a renewed energy in Karen as she began to enjoy social activities again, and even started preparing for new musical projects. This positive shift in her demeanor gave those around her hope that she was on the path to healing. However, her decision to leave treatment prematurely raised concerns among her loved ones. While she appeared healthier on the outside, the underlying issues that had troubled her for years remained unaddressed. This left many questioning the sustainability of her recovery, as they worried that without proper support and continued treatment, the challenges she faced could resurface. The complexities of her situation highlighted the importance of ongoing care and the need for a deeper understanding of her struggles. Karen Carpenter's story is one of immense talent intertwined with deep personal struggles. As a member of the Carpenters, she captivated audiences with her beautiful voice and heartfelt performances. However, behind the scenes, she faced a relentless battle with anorexia, a condition that was not widely understood during her time. The pressures of fame and the expectations placed upon her only intensified her feelings of inadequacy and isolation. Her relationship with her family, particularly her mother, became strained, adding another layer of complexity to her already difficult life. The tragic moment when her estranged mother discovered her lifeless body brought to light the painful reality of their fractured bond and the devastating consequences of mental health issues. This heartbreaking event not only marked the end of Karen's life, but also served as a wake-up call for society regarding the importance of understanding and addressing eating disorders. Her legacy, while filled with sorrow, continues to inspire conversations about mental health awareness and the need for compassion towards those who struggle. The brilliance of her music remains, reminding us of the light she brought to the world, even as she fought her own